So today I'd like to talk to you about boiling frogs, clinging crabs, and whining dogs. Yeah. You see, these are all characters that you are likely to encounter in life. First of all, the boiling frog. I don't know if you've ever tried to boil a frog. I personally haven't. But people have told me that if you try to put a frog into boiling water, it will jump out immediately. But if you put a frog in cold water and you heat it slowly but surely, it will stay in the water until it dies, and until the water reaches a boiling point and the frog can no longer survive. And sadly, many people do that. You know, they gradually allow themselves to stay in a place or be in a place in their lives that they don't want to be. But it's not a sudden change, it's a gradual change until one day they find out that they wake up and it's too late. Their relationship is dead. Their association with their sense of purpose and meaning in their job never happened. Their dreams never got fulfilled. So we have to be careful that we're not that boiling frog in the boiling water. Now, clinging crabs, they're something altogether different. You see, I currently live in a small fishing harbor. And during the summertime, a lot of families come down and the children like to put some food in the water and they like to catch crabs out of the water and put them in a bucket. And what I've observed is that once several crabs start to get in the bucket and it starts to get quite crowded, one of the crabs invariably tries to break free, starts to try to climb out of the bucket. Can you guess what the other crabs do when one crab tries to make a run for freedom? They grab him and they pull him back down. They stop him escaping. And sadly, again, there are too many people in the world like that that won't like it if you're progressing. They won't like it if you're developing in life. They won't like it if you're doing something different that's maybe not conventional, involves a little bit of risk, or brings you a lot of pleasure. And their instinctual reaction in those situations is to try to bring you down. And in their case, hopefully they're not physically holding you back, but psychologically. They'll be telling you things like, oh, come on, it's never going to succeed. You'll never be good enough. Oh, it's another one of your crazy ideas. But in some way or another, they're holding you back. So you have to be really careful and think about, are there currently any clinging crabs in your life? And how are they not benefiting you? Now, the third character to talk about here is the whining dog. You see, a dog is walking down the street one day and he sees another dog who has put his paw on top of a sharp nail and he's whining because he's in pain. So obviously the first dog says to him, why don't you just take your paw out and away from the nail and stop the pain? And the whining dog replies, it's been there for so long, I just got used to it. So again, there are characters in life that have become accustomed and used to the pain. You know, they've become victims in life. They take a lot of time to blame others, but they don't take action to make improvements to their life themselves, even though they'll happily spend hours and hours and hours complaining to you, to others, to the world about how bad and how unlucky their life is. So whilst these people are not necessarily bad people, they are people to be aware of, and in my recommendation, avoid in your life. Yeah? The clinging crabs who are trying to pull you back. The whining dogs who are trying to or are constantly complaining about their situation in life. And then, of course, the boiling frogs who perhaps allow the bad circumstances to creep up on them until it's too late. So I'm off to be really, really careful that I'm never going to become a boiling frog, a clinging crab, or a whining dog. How about you?